the vehicle it is, of course. The Van Dyke Bullet and Frank Cafuto. Welcome, Frank. Great to see you, mate.
It's good to be back here, mate. There's at this point, no rainy clouds. It's really good.
No, contrary to the forecast, so it's a bit of a change, that's for sure. Hang on, we're out here where everybody can see you. What have you been doing since we last seen you, mate?
Well, at my age, very little, mate. I haven't done a lot. We were affected like many other people with the floods. We had 2 metres go through our workshop and area. So I saved the bullet, thankfully, and but yeah, just sort of recoup, redirecting our workshop and the business, and haven't done a lot of things with the truck this year. I think things are pretty quiet because there's been so many, catastrophes and things happening around Australia, and I'll get my motivation back doing that.
Well, I'm sure you will, mate. Of course, by the way, it makes us officially the world's fastest truck, that's for sure. Of course, just watching the other day, a rerun, jumped on the YouTube or whatever it is there and had a look at the run up at Bundaberg, and that must have been a thrill. How long ago was that now?
4 years ago, actually. They just had, last month they had the International Air Show again, and it would be 4 years ago. The truck does hold the Guinness Book of Record for a standing kilometre, 0 to 1,000 metres, 19.7 seconds, reaching a speed of 306 kilometres an hour. That was the easy bit, the hard bit was stopping it.
Exactly, and of course you had to do 2 runs too, didn't you?
Yeah, we had a practice run the night before, blew a turbo and the truck caught fire because we were testing the parachute to make sure it worked. Fortunately it did, otherwise I probably wouldn't be here. But anyway, and then we did the 2 runs. They basically go do 1 run, then race back and do another. But directly after that, we had to race aeroplane. Kit Foreman, he's passed away now, but we had to race one of the acrobatic planes and did a couple of loops over the top of us. And the first day we raced, it was that particular period, and I'd used all the nitrous oxide, and he teed me up beforehand. He said, I'll just slow down for you, we'll keep it like a race. So we raced, and that thing's really like a jet. So he outpulled me obviously at the end, and he just took off, real casual. The next day he just presumed it was going to be the same, but in the meantime we put 2 bottles of nitrous on it. It was a lot bigger, so he's watching and I'm smiling and I hit her and he's left. And so what he did, then he took off, pretending, he wanted to go up in the air because I'm losing. So it was pretty good.
Of course, nitrous oxide, comes into play even here tonight, of course.
No, definitely not. I can wear the set of tyres out in no time without using nitrous oxide.
Oh yeah, but of course it's all about Van Dyke retreads, isn't it? That's the whole concept of the car.
Oh well, any truck. Yeah, it is. People say, do you ever blow them? I said, well, if I blow them, I'd probably blow the sponsorship and plus everything on the back of the truck. But no, like if I did a heavy burnout here, you could wear them out in about 3 or 4 minutes, no problem. And they're brand new retreads, like full tread on them. And those retreads get retreaded. Those tyres there probably been retreaded 10 times. So it's a case of just proving that, and these wheels are doing 300 k's an hour when I do my burnouts, that they won't fall apart as long as the right pressures and you look after. Not that I really look after them, but you know what I mean. And and they've been sponsoring me. I just signed a new contract on the 1st of September, 29 years.
29 years, that's amazing. I mean, you've got to be doing something right.
Well, it's a record in itself for a motorsport sponsorship in Australia, possibly the world. So I know it's not from the looks, so it must be the truck.
Yeah, you've got a bit of face fungus since I last saw you, but I mean, you've got to be really, really proud of that. One question I'm going to ask you before I set you on your way here, Frank. What have you got to do to adapt to a small track like this, as apart from, say, a drag situation on wide open spaces in a straight line?
What do you mean small track? This is bloody good. The others are, but no, it's pretty much, you do a bit of I sort of have an idea what this does, but you'll see the truck will go to one area, I'll start off from here obviously, and then I'll go to the corners, and sometimes it'll be too slippery and this block will go out of it and I've got to stop and start again, one of the axles will let loose. But generally, the faster your wheels are turning, the more control you have. That's pretty much what it says. So if you're doing 250 300 k's, it's just like being on ice. You just control it in the front axle, but there's places honestly that are half this size. And you still do some of that, it's nowhere near this size, and you do it there pretty easy. You just got to do it a bit slower there. Here you've got plenty of room, everybody's up there, nobody can get hurt, and so you can lift the block,
I did say that was going to be the last question, but I just thought of one more. We see you during a run most times get out of the vehicle and just check the state of the tyres. Is that to signify to you if it's getting a little bit dodgy, you won't continue with that run, or what is the method behind that?
I'll be very honest with you. I get out the first time to make sure I've still got enough for the next one and I don't have to change tyres. But the second time, I'll get out to make sure there's still a little bit left there, a little bit more, if you know what I mean. But generally, if you listen to the truck, it'll take off to seconds and it'll go into third. Third is about 200 k's an hour. Here, the next change will be fourth, and then it'll be 300 kilometres an hour. But when you'll know there'll be such a difference from third to fourth in the burnout, and it really helps him. But yeah, it's just a matter of keeping it right. And as I say, bitumen I can wear around about 3 or 4 minutes. Concrete, you get 2 or 3 minutes.
We're very privileged to have two of the nicest guys in the business here tonight, you and Dave, the contra, of course, and we look forward to another great run from you tonight, so thanks very much, Frank.
It's sort of a fluke, but we're both Maltese.
Well, there you go. Good on you, Frank. Frank Casino on the Band-Aid Force. Now, the man I was just talking about, Dave the Contra from Sydney. Big round of applause for Dave too, if you would. Now, he's got the amazing Daihatsu Mirror Jet Car, and good to see you, mate.
Yeah, thanks again for having me. It's always a pleasure to come in.
And what can we expect from you tonight? Just lining everybody up and keeping them nice and warm, no doubt.
Yeah, I'll try to direct some of the heat over to the crowd, through the ones in the grandstand. Might look pretty lonely there, but we'll sort that out.